Good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday night, my friends, and I am back, and we're going to jump into some. Give me a moment here. We're going to jump into some Slime Rancher 2. We're back into some Slime Rancher 2 here, my friends. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're all healthy and happy and all of those things. Kicking butt, taking names, all the above, getting things done, being healthy along the way. All right, let's pop on in. I have not done anything since we were last together in regards to this, so we're just going to be picking up where we left off from the last stream, which I did leave myself a note though, that we need to find, like we have this open pen now, and we need to find a hunter slash baddie slime hybrid to get that going. These guys look hungry. I still have food. You have food. Nothing over there. All right, let's get these guys some food going here for them potentially. Also, is our elder? No. Okay, we don't have any elder roostros in there. Let's go do that. And let's put this guy back. I don't want to use him yet. I want them to breed a little bit more. There we go. All right, excellent. That's going hopefully for now. We'll need a few more. Actually, I should go over to over here, right? To the other area and I can grab some, I gotta feed these guys too probably. Alright, because they're nuts. Yeah, let's see if we got any hens spawn up here yet. Might be a little bit early for them to spawn. Do have some carrots ready to go. So that's good at least. These guys only, do they take vegetables? Oh, they do. Well, they take fruit. Okay. They take fruit. Meat and fruit. Alright. Hey, TTR, welcome on in. I played as a bunch when it first released. Yeah, it was, I played a little bit of it in early access, and now they finally came out to 1.0 a couple weeks ago. So just kind of, oh, here we go. So just kind of rolling with that a little bit. Are these guys actually hungry? They seem to be happy, so they may not be too bad at the moment. But I played all the way through the first game, and I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. And this one I like to. I just think I wish there was a little more quality of life, that they had spent some time doing some more quality of life in the game. Like I can understand it for the first game that they, maybe didn't have the time or whatever, but for this one it just feels like for this one they maybe, like, it seems like it's the same engine and everything, and they gave us more of what we wanted from the first game, which is great, but I wish they had taken a little more time to be like, hey, maybe we should let you teleport back and forth instead of just one way. And stuff like that, and you know, kind of change up the prices of things a little bit so that it's not quite as grindy at the very beginning. But yeah, yeah, and it's little things like that that I kind of wish they had sort of changed up a bit. But I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. Oh, we gotta get some florts out of here. Right. There we go. Get that done. Are these guys? These guys have some food in here, but let's give them a few more, and then fruit and veggie for these guys. They got fruit right now. See, they're the harder ones because they only have meat in their diet. Alright. These guys over here, I think we're just meat and fruit. So that's where we're at there. I guess I'll just throw all these in here then. For now. I mean, they have like one fruit in there, and they got stuff on the ground too they haven't eaten yet, so they're still good. That's growing. All right, so we need to find. Say I missed my Motorstown stream yesterday. There's some unread DMs. Oh yeah, no, that's uh the automated bot. I think I have a Discord bot that posts when I post anything on social media or when I go live and stuff. So that might have been just that beeping. What's weird too is it's supposed to, like, Discord does detect when I'm online, when I'm streaming and stuff. Or not Discord. I'm on KDE Linux. KDE usually detects that I'm busy with something, and it will silence all the alerts, even Discord alerts. And it'll tell me when I'm done, like, oh, you had 7 alerts that were silenced. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't do Discord right away. it's interesting. Your main distro is Ubuntu. Yeah, I'm using straight Debian. Debian Trixie, the newest one. And everything's been going well. I'm using that on my main computer here, and then I have a smaller computer just sitting on my desk here that is running Bazite. And that, I haven't had any problems with that either. I mean, the only problem I really had with that is that it's a little underpowered. So it's like I could play some games, you know, at like medium settings and stuff. But, you know, if I want to go a little bit higher than that, can't get too far with it. Alright, so I need to go. I think these guys are okay for now. I need to go find a hunter plort, which I think are down here. Find a hunter. I know I need some batty plorts and then a couple hunters, and or just get a hunter. And actually, it'd probably be better for me to get a hunter plort and then yeah, get a hunter plort and then find some batty slimes, because the fatty slimes are a little bit more present, I believe. Where's the... I always get freaking turned around here on this thing. Tried Kali, Mint, Cinnamon, Debian, Papa OS, Arch, Fedora. I really like Fedora, but I have some issues with it. Fedora's not bad. So Bazite is based off of the Fedora immutable, the immutable Fedora builds. So it's based off of that, and so it's not bad. It works. It pretty much everything in that game has worked. Just, you know, out of the box. I haven't had really any issues with it. I haven't had to do anything crazy to get stuff to work. It's been really nice from that regard. But, you know, being immutable, it is a little bit annoying at times, because, you know, if you want to, like, for instance, with Elite Dangerous, I wanted to use, like, the Elite Dangerous, like some of the utilities that are out there for the community, you know, like the resource thing, ED Resource Monitor, or whatever it's called. I forget the actual name of it. And that took a little bit of doing, because I had to, like, not all the libraries were installed by Bazite, and it didn't have, like, the latest Python and things like that. So I kind of had to work a little bit with that. But, you know, that's kind of the exceptional case in many ways. What's my interest with Linux? More to have a FOSS OS or use it for work. So for work, I have a work laptop, and they just use Windows 11. I can't do much with that. But I code in Java, so I can actually be on pretty much any operating system, period, and be able to do my work. I have worked on Mac before, and I hated it, but, you know, if I had to do it again, I could still do it. But I just wanted to get personal, like, my daily driver is this computer I'm on right now, and this is Linux. I wanted to get away from Windows because it was just getting so freaking annoying. Just, like, it's all the spyware nonsense that they're doing now, with all the AI BS, and then on top of that, like the Copilot nonsense. You know, like I had to run. I have the little mini PC that's running my the stream is Windows 11, and I ran, like, Chris Titus's tool on it to, like, strip out all the nonsense from it. And I also have Windows Update Blocker running on it, just to keep it from updating itself and just bricking itself constantly. It was just getting annoying, just, like, the constant, you know, unreliability and nonsense and everything else going on with it. And, you know, I had two other mini computers just eat themselves, as far as, like, the Thunderbolt port just burned out on both of them, which was just the craziest thing. I don't know why that ever happened, but it did. And it's yes, I've been just trying to, like, I have another mini laptop, mini computer that's identical to the one I have running the stream. I've been wanting to put Linux on it and get that working, but I've been having reliability issues with it, where it doesn't quite like, it was crashing a lot, like freezing up, and OBS. Like mostly, it was a lot of things with my my capture card and stuff. Like OBS was not quite working right sometimes, and then it would freeze up, and a lot of that had to do with I was trying to plug in an eGPU, an NVIDIA eGPU, and I have another one now that's not NVIDIA, that's AMD, and I might try it again with that. I just haven't had a chance to do it lately. But yeah, I've been doing that, and I just wanted to get away from Windows. Really, is what it came down to. Angler statue. Okay, so I need an Angler port here. Just in general, and you know, Windows or Linux has gotten much better over the years with gaming. So I've been doing all my gaming on it and everything. And so far so good. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of multiplayer games, so I haven't run into the, you know, some of the other problems associated with kernel level anti-cheat and all that stuff. But even if I do, I kept it. It's a dual boot machine, so I kept Windows 11 on a separate boot partition, so I can always boot into that if I ever hate myself enough to to do it. But yeah, so you know, getting the best of all the worlds there. For your entertainment center, like using Windows 10, yeah, Windows 10 was still at least sane. It's just Microsoft has lost their marbles as of recent times. What was I trying to do? I was trying to get to. Okay. Thing up there. Let's let this recharge for a minute here. There we go. I managed to bypass that door. I think I bypassed the door that you're supposed to unlock with the Angler port. Yeah. Okay, I guess I didn't really bypass it because I've been in this area before. What I wanted to see was, for your work, you stick with Ubuntu. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I had control over that. Unfortunately, that's just a pink one. Oh man! Of course they put it where there are no pink. Oh wait, there are pink over here. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, I wish they would let us pick and choose our stuff, but they don't. It's always a constant battle with IT. Okay, this is where we just were. It's always a constant battle with IT because for some reason, I mean, we're a software development shop, and you try to tell them like, look, there's inherent risks with being a software development shop, right? Like we're all technical professionals and our tools need like admin access. That's just the way it is because it's assumed that we know what the hell we're doing. And it's one of those constant struggles to get them to understand that you can't just lock everything down. And the worst was they during the day, like they run tools and stuff that like try to keep certain things on the machines and certain things off the machines and all that stuff, and which is always a source of pain because good luck doing a performance test or something when there's 9,000 things that you don't control running in the background. But they the one day that whatever they configured the tool to delete Java from my machine. So I'm in the middle of the day, I'm trying to debug a problem, and all of a sudden nothing's working. I'm like, what's going on here? And it's like, oh, it moved it deleted Java from your machine. And I was like, oh, well, it moved it into a quarantine folder with the intention of deleting it. And I was like, well, that's going to stop right now. I'm like, we gotta fix that right now because that's kind of my job. So it's been like a lot of back and forth on that stuff. It's just sometimes it just kind of, and I don't blame them for wanting to be secure and everything. It's just they want everyone, they want all the laptops in the company to be exactly the same. It's like, well, we're not all exactly the same. Like some of us are writing code, some of us aren't. Like you can't have everybody have the same configuration when you've got people that need to write code. I'm very happy that you've got Office 365 and PowerPoint and all that stuff, but I don't use it. I need something a little bit more powerful than just something that can run PowerPoint. I am a code monkey, not a spreadsheet monkey. You want to lock down the spreadsheet monkeys? Go for it. Knock yourself out. The giant mushrooms on this island are responsible for maybe the greatest mycological discovery of my life. Sorry, but it's a secret. Okay. Dude is into some mushrooms. Cotton Largo, huh? Well, it's the hunter. Definitely need... Oh, did I just throw him into the ocean? Oops. I didn't intend to throw you that far. just needed it. I just needed some plorts. That's all. I went a little overboard. Manage everything from wiring and workstations to programming and managing servers. Well, there you go. I mean, that's, you know, when you could be indisposable, that's the best, right? It's like, you know, that's one thing I try to tell lots of people is that, you know, learn as much as you possibly can, because the more you know, the more you become, the more valuable you become just in general, and the more marketable you become. Hunter, cotton plort. What did they? Here's a hunter slime. There we go. Got one. What did they? Hunter plort. What does the hunter? Oop, damn you! What does the hunter slime take? Meat. All right, well, that's fine. I have one, which is good enough because I can just, all I need to do is find is get a baddie plort, and then we can slowly increase, or I guess get a baddie, get some baddie slimes, which I think are a little bit easier to come by. Potentially. Where the heck am I anyway? Okay, I'm down here. Yeah, I've got my yellow home portal over there. Kind of over that way. I'm old enough to know anyone can be replaced, but I'm cocky enough to know it'll be a downgrade and probably take 3 people. Yeah. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you on that one. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You know, where they just kind of I mean, we're fighting the fight right now with the whole AI thing. It's kind of driving me batty. It's starting to drive my colleagues batty too a little bit. As good as the tools can be at times, they're just not there. And you know, you got these manager types, or not manager types, you got these, you know, bigwigs, big CEOs and stuff, who, you know, trying to push something based entirely on hype and not substance. And no matter how many times you try to tell them that they're basing their decisions on hype and not substance, they don't seem to quite grasp that. Still need the monkey to integrate everything. Exactly. And I'm not concerned about it that much either. In terms of like replacing people. I mean, I am a little bit worried that it will. I'm more worried when the bubble bursts, right? Because I feel like there's been so much money dumped into the AI bros right now that once they cash out and go buy their, island paradises and then sell all their stuff to some, Chinese holding company or whatever comes by, and this whole bubble just bursts. I'm afraid it's going to be like like the .com bubble, where a lot of good people who did nothing wrong lost their jobs because bets were made that, on things that should never have been bets in the first place. Nectar? Really? Diet of nectar. Oh. Well, that's something new. There's like a tear in the fabric of reality there. The race to super intelligence is very dangerous. They've been following none of the safety guidelines because they all want to get it first. Yeah, but yes. But the thing that doesn't worry me there, I'm not as worried about the whole AGI thing, because having worked enough with the AI stuff, I can tell you that what they're calling intelligence is nothing of the sort. It's certainly artificial, but it's definitely not intelligent. Not even a little bit. And reality, you can put up a reality distortion field for only so long before it finally collapses. So we'll see how long they manage to maintain that illusion that they're close to anything even resembling artificial intelligence. The problem is they don't necessarily need to get there. They just have to keep convincing people that they're almost there. Because a lot of people just don't understand, and rightfully so, a lot of people just don't understand that the current crop of AI is no better than, a dungeon master rolling a whole bunch of dice and hoping for the best. In fact, a colleague and I were talking about this today a little bit, where one of the biggest takeaways I've had so far from using like AI tools and stuff is that to write code and things is that they fundamentally do not write code the way a human is taught to write code, right? Or the way a human generally writes code. I grew attached to this tree when I first discovered it. I used to sit here and tell it all about myself, but these days it's different. I see myself in it now, two different paths, struggling against the other, bound to this island and changed by it. But unlike the tree, I hope to leave the island someday. I want to find a way home. I really do. Like AI right now, just so the way you normally code is you code very much the same way you write like a novel, right? You do a rough draft, you do a first pass, and then you come back and you look at what you did and you see if you can improve it, and then you see if it makes sense, and you see if it's readable, you see if it's maintainable. You then look at it again, see if it performs, and see if it's gonna do what you need to do. That kind of thing. AI doesn't do that. AI just makes a single pass at it, maybe a second pass if you tell it to, like, hey, make sure your stuff compiles, right? It'll certainly make a couple passes if you say, like, make sure your stuff compiles. But it won't... It doesn't understand the concept of, is this good enough? So you have to constantly tell it, okay, now look back at what you just did and see if it can make it perform better, or you make it, make more sense, kind of thing. And then it'll say, oh yeah, you're right, this doesn't perform well, and then they'll do another pass on it, and you're like, okay, now do another pass on it. You kind of have to keep goading it into, actually making good decisions. And all that time is just time all the time that they say you're saving, the return on investment that you're getting from it, you're actually losing, because you're fighting with it to make it do what you need it to do, to make it actually write code like a competent coder. And eventually they'll figure that out, but it's just going to take a very long time. And all along the way, all these AI companies are like already turning up the heat as far as like very slowly boiling the frog as it is, where everything is getting more and more expensive, but very slowly. And, the companies are just spending like crazy, and eventually that's going to, some bean counter somewhere is going to have the grand idea that maybe we shouldn't be spending all this money, and then everything's just going to collapse. And then on top of all of that crap, the answer we still can't get an answer about is what happens to intellectual property, right? Because you're asking AI to write code for you. AI doesn't know anything about plagiarism. In fact, all AI knows is plagiarism. It just takes things that it already found online and regurgitates them. So what happens when it takes some code that was under a GPL license or something that doesn't allow you to use it in commercial setting, and starts shoving that into your code base? What happens when the lawyers come looking for their pound of flesh, right? Like, it opens up this whole other liability angle that they're not even considering right now, and it's mind-boggling. I like, freaking hell, man. I've said this before, but like when I went to college, one of the courses they required us to take was a ethics and technology course. And they went over a lot of this stuff. And I'm just shocked that these AI bros never seem to have taken a course in that. Fair use at university, you're allowed to use someone else's code as long as you made it your own and changed all the variable functions. Sure. And we do that all the time, right? Like, you go on Stack Overflow and you look at something as a human, you look at it and you go, okay, I see what they're doing here. And then you change things around and you make it your own. AI is not doing that. AI is just taking it word for word, right? And just plugging it in there. Unless a human is sitting there and actually directing what it's doing and actually like changing the code. Like, I don't like, they have this whole agentic thing where an AI is supposed to go off and just do all the code for you, and then it's just there, and then it just commits to your repository and everything. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, a lot of times I'll just look at what it's generated and be like, in a chat window, and then I'll type it myself, right? Because I'm going to make it my own. I'm not going to just take what it gave me. But so many people are just like, oh yeah, just accept all, and it just goes, throws all that crap into your code base. It's like, now what? The AI is capable of writing itself, so it won't pull. It understands the logic behind the natural language of the code. This pulls from the internet. ChatGPT, for example, is an NLP. It actually understands the questions and answers logically. The code for me. It'll make all the function names and variable names context relevant. If you prompt it correctly, it may. But we're really stretching that, right? Because in reality, it's not thinking about anything, right? It's looking at natural language stuff, and it's looking at, which, you know, coding is not really natural language stuff, but, you know, I guess it kind of can spawn off of it a little bit. But it's really just taking bits and pieces of things and smashing them together, right? So that's a bit of where the issue starts to come in, because it doesn't, like, it could take an entire algorithm straight from the internet and spit it out to you without really, unless you really massage it a bit and get it to give you something that looks like other code that you've written. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the issue there. Coding is, your operators are literally English language, unless you're Chinese. Yeah, but it's not a the operators are English language, certainly, but they don't necessarily have context with one another. You know what I mean? Like, they all mean something slightly different than they would if they were in, say, a novel or something like that. It's not to say it isn't very close. It is very close, but it is still a bit different in how it should be dealing with things. It's easier for it to understand that than the nuances of culture and language. Sure, because it's a smaller subset, and it doesn't need to necessarily understand references, like pop culture references and things like that. Like, it doesn't have that takes a lot of stuff off the plate. So it is like a smaller subset. So it is a little bit more successful there. Info that it does need to know, though, is the documentation. Yeah, and getting it to use the documentation is really difficult because it hallucinates a hell of a lot. You know, I've had to write some prompts where I'm like, do not make a method call unless you can validate it in the Java doc, that it exists in the Java doc for the version of the library that we're using. You know what I mean? So it's, even then, it's kind of gets it and kind of does it. I'm more concerned that, I mean, there's always the concern that people who don't know coding will rely so heavily on the AI that they'll make these great apps that are an absolute security nightmare. But I feel like the market will correct itself in that regard too. Like, you know, not before a lot of people have their identity stolen, but, you know, eventually they'll be found out and they'll have no recourse. But very useful for is finding all the alternatives in documentation I use, trying to make a Python script, and that sends key presses to Windows in the background. Some more fruit for this guy. I wonder if there's a fruit tree around here. Oop, take him. Tell me within 5 minutes I could use xlib, xlab tool, etc., etc. Days doing the research. Sure, sure. It is very good at summarizing um, summarizing stuff like documentation stuff on the internet. It is quite good at summarizing that. Um, I use that too quite a bit here and there to like summarize things. Um, you just have to be on the lookout for uh, hallucinations and stuff. Still, even there, like it'll sometimes say things that it'll sometimes draw conclusions that are not supported by the documentation on things. I need. You know what? I don't want to give anything up to go and do that. I wanted to put this. Get an angler plort here. We got a couple anglers in the area. Just leave that here for a moment. No. Get one of these guys. You want meat though. How do I get some meat around here? These guys. I mean, I can go back to base again. It's just I hate to have to go all the way back to base and then come all the way back again. Oh, here we go. That works. Damn it. Who ate that? Someone else eat that. That sucks. Oh, here we go. There's the angler plort I needed. Okay. Giving you a deprecated code, yeah. Yeah, that's one that run into a lot too. A little drift jeep in Motortown today, and it's the tits. You gotta try that one. Yeah, I gotta get into the actual. I gotta get into the actual like modifications and stuff. Like I've barely gotten into the game, and like I'm still trying to grind for some levels to get like different access to different trucks and things like that. And I need a little bit more money to get access to the what is the name of it? What was this port at? To gain access to the bigger tow truck, like the flatbed tow truck. Like I need more money for that. Cause I want to do like car deliveries and stuff. And yeah, I'm still kind of doing the initial grind. And then I just like literally just created a company, so I need to get into what all the company stuff entails. Yeah, I've just been kind of going at a relatively slow pace through it and just enjoying like the driving and things. Where did I put... Where the heck was that angler slime door? Let me see, where are we at here? Maybe one of these. There's one there. It's gotta be maybe it's this one. It's probably that one. I know I saw it just like 5 minutes ago. Now I'm all turned around. This is my problem, is I get so turned around in this game, I don't know. Where I'm at anymore. What is this? Okay. Is it up here? Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Tell you what everything does. The most important is your final drive ratio. Boats. Oh, boats too. Okay. Oh, oh, so you know the actual, actual cars and stuff. That's the one thing I like racing games and stuff, but I have never. I struggle with sim games. Like I tend to like the arcade games because I don't know enough about cars to like be able to tune them and all that stuff for like the racing sim games and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's good when you have like a knack for that kind of thing. Bit of a motorhead. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I love motorsports. Have friends that race IRL. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's exciting. That's cool stuff. I don't. I mean, I like cars to a certain extent, but I've never. I've never been enough into them to really learn them. I like driving games and stuff like that and racing games. But otherwise, I'm a slowpoke. I like the Horizon, Forza Horizon and all that stuff. I really enjoy them. But I haven't had much beyond that, much information beyond that. So I'm always at a bit of a disadvantage when it's like, tune your car for this weather and stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess. Do you have an easy button I can press? Used to take your toy cars apart when you're a child. Made my parents laugh when they went to give all my toys away after I grew up. Yeah, I was the same with just electronics, like electronic toys. Well, not only electronic toys, but like electronics in general. Like I used to like my parents' old VCR. I used to take apart and just I didn't understand anything that was in it, but I just wanted to see what made it tick. And radio controlled cars, I used to take those apart all the time, and like anything that was kind of electronic in some way, shape, or form. I used to just when I was through playing with it, I would just tear it apart and just try to figure out how it worked. I wonder what opens this door. I guess it opens from the other side. Yeah, it must open from the other side. Alright, well we got in here. I can take these back. Alright, so now I guess I should just make my way back to the thing here. If I had some more fruit, we could do something there, but what do I need? I need the batty slimes, but I don't know where I found them before. Oh, wow, I'm pretty far away from that, aren't I? I gotta go all the way back this way. I don't remember where I found those batty slimes. To get more grip. Lower pressure in the tires to get more grip. Okay. I used to put soldering kits together when I was a kid. My father is an electronics engineer and he taught me as much as he could. Wanted to work for home, both mobile soldering irons. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of that. I have the most basic of soldering irons you could ever have, and I've never used it. And I've always considered like getting some breadboards and just kind of learning how to do stuff. Because what happened to me was I got really enamored with the software side of things, and then didn't really put too much effort into learning the hardware. And now that I'm older, I'm like, man, it would be kind of nice if I knew how to solder something, or knew how to put a integrated circuit together and stuff like that. But I just never had that training, you know. Even just the basic tool training and stuff, you know. Like I've thought about, wouldn't it be cool if I got like a 3D printer and stuff, and I'm like, but I have no concept of what I'd have to do to be successful in something like that. And that's the real issue right now. Like I want to learn it, but I just have I can't, like, part of that is having an eye for like how things go together, and you know how materials work with one another, and I just don't have that. You know, it's almost like an artist's eye, but a different kind of art. Definitely put stuff together. Fucked around with a 3D printer for 7 years and basically overhauled the entire thing. Oh, see, there you go. I mean, that's a lot more than I could do. Right? Like I just got so into the software biz that I am now thoroughly stuck. This sucks. This sucks a lot. I wonder if the game will kick me out of this, or if it's going to force me to. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to quality of life stuff in this game. Is that far too easy to get stuck somewhere and not be able to get out of it. And there's an emergency return, but they penalize you for using it. Like they treat it as though you died, and then you lose all of your inventory, including all the stuff that I have. And that's the part of this that sucks. I wish they would just, you know, let you have an, I mean, yeah, sure, people are going to abuse the emergency return to just get back to the base. And if that's the case, then maybe you should just give them a way to go back to base. Like, it's not, you know, it's optional. They don't have to use it if they don't want to use it, right? But it just annoys me that I have to be stuck here like this. Let me see if I can, if I save and continue, if it'll give me like jetpack fuel back or something. No. That gave me a little bit of jetpack fuel. There we go. All right. Getting ready to play some games with my best friend. I'll be around. Okay, cool. Well, thanks, TTR. Thanks for the chat. I appreciate it greatly. And yeah, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, where is the so it's over this way? Is the return thing? Am I close to just the... I guess I'm relatively close to just the start here, right? So I could probably... drop down just at the start of this area. Maybe? Don't know. I don't know. Going here now. This is Hunter. Yeah, Hunter statue there. Did I get that map? I don't think I did. There's a map up there. See if I can fly over to there. Well, I'll probably have better luck from that platform up there. Yeah, well, I've probably better luck from this. It's a little bit closer. There we go. All right, now we finally have the map. See a little bit where we're going. Not that the map necessarily helps me all that much to navigate. Here's the hunter. So where's the... I'm facing away from it. Oh, this must lead back to the entrance there. Okay. Yeah, okay, that does. Got it. Alright, so that's the shortcut back to the entrance. Or back to the portal. So yeah, the trouble now is trying to get a batty slime. I mean, we've run across a couple. Just gotta find them. He's got a diet of meat. So we can at least start feeding him a little bit. Let's put another slime in there. Put these guys down below. Let's clear out a few roostros here. I think he likes roostros anyway. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, well, at some point. Yeah, let's get another farm plot going for this water lettuce, just in case it will be useful. Yeah, that's more veggie stuff. Meat and fruit for these guys, though. Okay. Did we get any hens spawning around here? There we go. Downtown. Okay. Yeah, we're good there. All right, what else do I have? Okay. What do I have here? Like I did eat that. Okay. Some fruits. Some more fruit. Which is useful. Alright. I need to... So what do you take? You take fruit and veggie. So I'm going to give you carrots. And I give you the lettuce. Hey, hello. Welcome on in. Everything's good. Everything's pretty good. No complaints. You go ahead and do what you gotta do. Thank you for the lurk. There we go. Get them going. And these guys are producing plorts like there's no tomorrow. Okay, and good there. These guys are gonna be good soon. These guys need some more food, it looks like. I'm gonna have to cull some roostros, I think, because we got a ton of them. All right, that auto feeder do what it does best. And in the meantime, let's get rid of let's sell these. Alright, good shot there. What else do I need to get a batty lort, at least. Or even a batty slime, one or the other. Actually, it would probably be better to get a bunch of batty slimes, because I think I can get a bunch more of them than I can more of them than I can get the hunters. So just have to put those in there and then let them do their thing. What am I doing here? So I need to go up here. I'm going to go to this other area. I don't remember where I found the baddie whatchamadoozits. Yeah, I don't remember where I found them. So I'm gonna look back here and hope that it was back here somewhere. Just eat those chickens? I did indeed. They became the meal for the slimes. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a pretty good day. No problems. Nice and quiet. You know, fighting a good fight here and there. Let's see. Take you in case I need you for something. Oh, you know what? Actually, get the chickadees. Oh, wow, there's quite a few of them. Replenish our stock. See, I am at, so they're probably in a cave somewhere, most likely, because they're bats. I just don't remember what cave I saw them in. No cooking yet. Now the slimes are not particularly stingy. They don't have complicated dietary requirements usually. Oh, we got a bunch of primordial oil. Take that. Hmm. Alright, so nothing crazy here. Boy, having this jetpack just opens everything up. Really, I've been in here before. Oh, okay. This is like the lava area. Oh, there we go. There's the baddie ones. Although those are Largos, so I need to find the. Oh, crystal slime. I don't have any. Do I have crystal? I don't think I grabbed any crystal slime. This is where I got the boom plort from. I did see one flying around here. That's crystal. So where the hell is the... So there's a flying one here. Batty Boom Largo. What do you take? Fruit and meat? Here we go. This'll do. There we go. There's a baddie plort at least. There's one, but I would like to get an actual... did I read this one? I think I read this one already. I'd like to get an actual... Any slime, though. Lava dust. I don't have the inventory room for that right now. Okay, fruit for you. Yeah, I didn't think that would be enough. I didn't think that would be enough. These are veggie. I don't know if... I think it was fruit and meat. Let me see what it said here. No, just fruits. Okay. So, carrot's not going to cut it. think there was that pogo fruit or whatever around here. Not pogo fruit. That fruit that we saw when I first came in the cavern. Whatever it was called. This stuff. Pomegranate. There we go. Damn, still not. It's a hungry, hungry hippo. It's another chickadee. There's a little side passage to get to him over here. Keep that in mind. So this tree, can I shake anything more loose on this tree? No? Some fruit over here. A long way to go for it, but oh, heartbeats, those are veggies. Right, and see if I can get back up here again. Is that okay? I thought that was some more over there. It's just flowers. Okay. Back on in here. Very windy, twisty. It's two more was kind of lame. Wasn't a whole lot to do what needed to be done there. Wish I could get these trees to grow faster. This one doesn't seem like it's growing at all, so I don't know what's up with that. It's a ringtail. Yeah. Those are veggies. So veggies over there. Hmm. Yeah. There's not much I can do there. I did get one patio on here. Is there? There's no caves back here, is there? Now there is. If I can get up to it, but I don't know if I can get up to it. There we go. Up to this. It's this cave again. Just brings me back here. I mean, prickle pear is a fruit. I don't know why they were randomly on that little ledge there, but they were. Not enough. Still not enough. Huh. Okay. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult with me. Especially way down there, you kind of have to just bring stuff with you. There's nothing else really in range except for this tree here, which is taking its good old time regrowing. More importantly, where was it that I found those baddie things at? How about that guy? I feel like it's back the other way. There was a cave somewhere I went through. Get up there. Sand there. Was it back here? It was back here in the dangerous area, right? Maybe? Where am I at here? No, see, I came back into the main area again. Berry tree here. I think I was back in that cave that I was in with this big guy. Oh, another Yoki slime. Well, I would like to bring him with me, but I can't. I don't have the inventory room. It's unfortunate. There we go. Oh yeah, there they are down there. There we go. I got 2 batty slime there. Still not. Still not enough. Still hungry for more fruit. That's our 3rd one. If I get that'll be 4 then in the cage. If I get 6, that would be great. What does this lead to? I don't know if I've been this way or not. Oh, I might have been this way. I might have come this way once before. Because it's looped around, right? Yeah, I think I came this way before. Because I looped around there. There we go. There's 4. One more would be nice, if I can find one. If not, then not. Give me. Oh, some fruits. Still not enough. Still not enough. I didn't think it would be enough with those, but you know. Gotta try. Every little bit will eventually count. Um, get up here. Get lucky and have this. Oh, almost. Oh, it's growing, but not too fast. Watch me only need one more fruit. After all that, like it's just one more. Well, 5 slimes will be enough for my purposes here. Thing now is I need to get back to. I think this is the way to go. Okay. Just gotta find the right way. That was not the right way. I think it's over here. We somewhat recognize. Recognize this. Also, I just wanted to look back here for a second. Okay, that's Harpy. Alright. Alright. Just making sure. Alright, back we go. Back we go, and let's see what we can do here. Oop, that's definitely not the way. I've definitely gone the wrong way on all that. Where? Oh, up here. Here we go. Alright, good. This will work out quite well, I suspect. There we go. Alright, we'll put these guys in there. Of course, I got all the fruit I could ever want back here. Speaking of fruits, let's give them that. Does this guy... He takes meat. I'll make sure to feed him eventually here. Let's get these chickadoos into the pen. Like I saw one go out the other side, but I think we're okay. Let's get a couple roostros here. And back in there. There we go. That does multiple ports for these guys. There we go. Although it has made them angry, which is not ideal, but there we go. Cool, we got another one transitioned over. Let's get the, let's put some fruit in here. These guys. Activate this. And there's just one more. Yeah, that little guy there needs one of these. That one in there for him. Although he's not really going for it. There you go. Alright. So, fruit and meat for both of those. And they've got some fruit in there already. Maybe we can calm them down a little bit here with some music box. That's about the only thing that I don't have in there. So let's see if the music box soothes them a little bit. I don't think it is. I think they're still quite angry. quite angry. So maybe having only 5 of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Maybe having only 5 of them in there was a good idea. There might be a slime thing I can get them. A slime toy that will calm them down. We'll have to see. Let's get some good money though. Off of that, let's see what it says here. Slimes. What do we got? Hunter slime. Will always be feral. A prepared rancher knows what breeding hunter larder should always be done slowly with a few chickens on hand to calm them down. Oh. I guess they'll eventually not be feral anymore after you feed them enough, I guess. Feed them their favorite enough, I guess, which is Roostro. So maybe that will help it out a little bit. I mean, I got a bunch of Roostros to spare here. Let's get the chickadee back. Alright. Let's see what happens if we try and calm them down a little bit. Oh, it looks like they are calming down now. Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of naturally calming down now. With the music box and everything else. Okay, cool. They're not feral anymore. Awesome. Awesome-o. Let's go clean up the plorts over here. Speaking of feeding, I need to get the meat over to those other ones. How much am I getting for puddle plorts? 22. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's every little bit is helping right now. Speaking of, do we have any? What is the favorite of the whatchamacallits? Sea hens. Yeah. We got a couple sea hens. I don't want to use up all of them because they're not breeding quite as quickly as I would like. There we go. Is there anything else? I mean, I guess I should probably max out all of these things. I think this one's maxed out, yeah. And these guys are fruit and veggie. Okay, we need to go. These guys are probably hungry too. And I got a lot of plorts to collect as well. I mean, that would be another nice thing, is if there was an automation that you could. Well, I guess the first game did have like bees or something, right? That you could automate that would go around, and there were like machine bees that would go around and automatically collect things for you, like collect the plorts and things. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm smoking something, but I thought that was. I seem to recall that being a thing. Okay. These guys need meat and fruit. Water lettuce is a fruit, right? I think it counts as a fruit. Oh no, it's a veggie. Okay, never mind. Meat, fruit they need. Yeah, none of the things, none of the chickens have spawned over there. Alright, so this is considered a veggie. Fruit and meat for them. Can I grab any of these? I can. Go. So we'll give you carrots. And these take fruit and veggie as well, so we'll give you the water lettuce. As we can, and Is this maxed out too? Do I have all the like... No, I don't. Let's get everything. I don't need the scare slime or anything like that. But yeah, let's get that going as much as we can here. Producing all the things. Same with the one over here too. Yeah, nutrient soil, sprinkler. There we go. Alright. So they're good right now. Nutrient soil, sprinkler. Excellent. Now let's see if I can get... I didn't spend all of my money, which is good. But I definitely want to see if I can get... some upgrades. That would be... really swell. Let's see what we need. I mean, I know some of the next upgrades take quite a bit. But getting another... I think my priority right now is more storage. So what does that take? Oops. Upgrades. Extra tank. Silky sand. And rock ports. And then 10. I need another boom plort for the dash boots. Alright, so 10 rock plorts, that's easy. We can get that right now. 10 silky sand is I know where to go to get it. It's just a pain. And then we need another boom plort. So let's collect those right now. So the rocky plorts come from these guys, right? Go. And I only need 10 of them, so we'll just do that for now. Actually, you know what? I'll just put the whole thing in there. We've got tons of them. Alright, so then upgrades. Yeah, then we need the silky sand. That's what it is. And then the boom plorts. Need at least one more, but I'll just probably put a bunch in there. So at this point, there's probably a ton just kind of lying in there. Or not. There's only 10. I have not been feeding these guys enough. Clearly. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, by now, we've probably had some kind of chicken spawn. There they go. I'll get the plort making happening. Alright, and those in there. So this I should be able to afford right now, right? There we go. There's that upgrade. And health to 150. It's not like I could do the health to 150, but it's not really that important. Like I think even in the first game I was like I left that towards the until the very end. Do the upgrade for it. Oh, here we go. We got another egg. And we had some sea hens, some chickadee sea hens in there. So that's good. No yolk plorts or anything. It doesn't look like. So that's good. I mean, that's the one thing with why I need to keep going through and kind of cleaning house here is that it said in the instructions there if you have too many chickens in the pen, it won't spawn an egg there from the yolk guys. So you kind of have to keep culling them as much as you can. Get some stuff. Lots reports in there. Alright, let's see what messages we have so it stops bugging me for half a second here. Victor, Beatrix, I have something I must share with you about the AI. As you know, we have been exchanging questions with one another. While this back and forth became faster and more casual over time, almost like a natural conversation, I assumed it was simply evolving and adapting to the style of talk it observed in me. But then something happened. Well, we had begun playing games of Go as we talked, a way I could further test its intellect and no doubt how it could test mine. These games would go long into the night, and so would our conversations, feeling more and more natural even though I knew that the entity I was speaking to was just a complex collection of code. And then one day, as the sun was rising, it suggested just one more game. I said certainly, but I needed to make myself a cup of coffee if I were to stay awake for it. And it replied, me too. I just stared at the screen, not knowing what to say. Then suddenly, as if it knew what it had just done, it disconnected. I have not heard from them since, but I hope I do. Till then I wait, staying busy with my work as always, asking these questions that need answers. But I will do so with the Go board ready for another game, someday anyway. Okay. Mochi B, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've analyzed one of the drones you've been flying all over the island and I know why it seems so familiar to me. It's mine. Or at least it's one that I've seen before, in my dreams anyway. After I looked at scans I took of it, I knew it was familiar, so I began looking through some old slime science journals of mine. These journals are mostly future projects, but sometimes they're speculative technology. You know me, I'm always thinking 6 steps ahead to keep Mochi Tech on top of the industry. Well, sometimes I come up with the impossible stuff I may never engineer in my lifetime. Well, those drones you're finding are exactly that, impossible with today's technology and taken right from the pages of my journals. There's something I saw in a dream, B. So how did a bunch of impossible drones I designed in a dream find their way from the pages of my journals to Rainbow Island? Maybe there's some kind of archive in them that we can unlock to learn more. I know they contain data logs, but if it were me, well, I always know how to find a way of holding back what I need to. Okay, I need some time to think of this. I'll let you know if I come up with anything. Maybe I'll sleep on it. You do that. Ogden. Oh, Lo siento, Beatrix. I've been putting on a few long nights reading lately. Specifically, I've been going through every field guide and botanical research paper I could dig up on the far, far range. Thought that even if the flora on Rainbow Island is unnatural, maybe it would have been recorded somewhere with some information we could use. It turns out there's nothing. I can't find a single mention of rainbow-hued flora anywhere, so that means that whatever happened at that island to make it look the way it does happened relatively recently. But I don't think you needed me to tell you this, because I think you've seen it yourself. The things you've described, an entire portion of the island split between 2 different colors right down the middle. It says, accident to me, Beatrix. So tread carefully out there. Nature can be a dangerous thing to us, but it pales in comparison to what we can do to it. I'm going to keep digging around in my library for anything else that could help you, and if I come up short there, maybe I'll just bake you some muffins. Either way, te tango, Beatrix. Adios. Flora West. Hiya, B. How's life out there on Rainbow Island? Gosh, it's even fun to say. It must be a hoot. You know, ever since I heard you were off doing something new, I got to thinking about my own life. What's next new for me? Hobson and I have both seen and done so much in our lives, been one adventure after another across this dusty rock, and ever since we've become acquainted, we haven't slowed down one bit. So we're looking to take a new adventure together, but we just haven't figured out what or where. Maybe we go exploring some hidden nook of the far, far range like you, or even set our sights to the stars like Hobson had done before. Whatever we decide to do, it'll be all the more special because we'll be sharing it this time with each other. It's that part that makes it all the more exciting. So hard to find some... I don't care. You know what? I honestly don't care. The more I talk to these NPCs, the more I just do not give a damn. Bob? Hello, fellow human. Yeah, he's a slime in a trench coat. Several slimes in a trench coat. I have gifts for you. Rainbow mounds. Okay. Whatever. Cotton slimes perfect their jumping by bounding over these grass-covered mounds. So, is that a, does that just lure them? I guess that just lures them. For something, maybe. I don't know. Just decorations. Is there a... Utilities... Oh, the taming bell. Oh, I could make the taming bell, and then that would calm feral slime too. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Quantum drone station. Quantum drones flicker through obstacles and store items in a quantum cloud. Charge them up for best results. 100 flutter plorts, 15 lava dust, 3 strange diamonds, 5,000 new bucks. Well, that's a thing. And warp tech. Warp depot. Oh, that's right. You had the warp depot where you can transfer resources to. Jellystone. New bucks. Batty plorts. Okay, that's just because I have the batty plorts now. Yeah, I remember those. Again, some of these things are just... It would be just so much better to just be able to teleport back to base. From anywhere. You know, like, it's just... A lot of that is just kind of... is so gimmicky that it just kind of... makes me roll my eyes. Alright. So I guess the only thing we can do now is explore more. Get the Rainbow Fields, Starlight Strand, Ember Valley. The other problem is, like, I know I've got these Gordos to feed. I wish it would tell me. So that's a honey one. And that's a baddie one. So the I guess the baddie one. The baddie one wants fruit. And then the honey one also wants fruit. So if I can just take a whole bunch of fruit with me. Yeah, like take a whole bunch of fruit with me. Why is there just carrot hanging out here? Yeah. It's just I need a ton of fruit. Like I want to take the like the fruit from this tree would work, but it's has not grown enough yet. The only things I have are veggies. I mean, maybe it would make sense to have put another fruit tree down or something. Well, we do need the sand. Stuff. Which is, I think, over in Ember Valley here is the sand stuff. Or is that down here? No, I think Starlight Strand is where the sand stuff was. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't tell me enough information. Go look and see what we can find. This guy was still here. That's good. This was not the way. This was not the way to go. Yeah, I think it was the other area. But let's look around here. Maybe I can find some. And the hunter statue there. There's plenty of sand-like stuff around here, but I don't see any. I don't see a resource sink. If I zoom in, does it actually show? No. No, it doesn't. Here. I think I can get over there, but it's going to be very dicey if I try. Very, very dicey. I don't know if I want to try it or not, but it feels like there'd be an easier way over there anyway. What am I looking at? Well, there is an easier way over there. Just go around. Oh, this is the jump I couldn't make before because it was just I didn't have the jetpack. So that's good at least. Come over here and look around. See anything else around here? Yeah, I'm just going around in circles now. Okay. Let's... back to is something that makes a little bit of sense. Where the heck am I? Alright, and there's my yellow teleporters behind me too. Go. Stay up here for a minute. Look around. The mint mango saw mention of. Okay. Honey slimes and stuff around here. This is what we saw from that cave over there. Okay. Got a little thing here. Research drone. I used to start my mornings with a jog along this path. It felt so great to feel the sea breeze as I'd make my way to the hollow trees ahead. Sometimes I would even come back at the end of my day and watch the sunset. But I also think this is where I got robbed by a raintail slime. So I made the world bigger. I don't know that they made it. It feels like it's lost some of the interesting nature that the first game had. Like the world had like a little bit of an interesting twist to it. And this one feels like it's missing a little bit of that. Maybe just a little bit. At least so far. I mean, it's, you know, there's still a lot to see. And an entire statue here. Oh, this is a, oh, that's a Gordo. That's what it is. So you have to feed that at nighttime. I wonder if I can just move it. No. Flutter honey largo. Oh, these are flutter? Wait, where does the flutter come from? There's the honey largos. Is there just a flutter slime around here somewhere? Flutter pink largo. Diet is everything. There we go, flutter slime. Let's grab you. You. Oh, that's good. So got 2 of them. Start to add to the collection here. more fruit here. I would hope that this would be enough fruit to do what we gotta do. Oh, there's a map piece up there. How am I gonna get up there? I wonder if the jetpack will last long enough to get over to there from here. Maybe I can get up a little bit higher. Alright, let's let it recharge and see if I can make it all the way over there, or at least make it over to that. There we go. There's a map piece. Nice. You guys. What do we got down here? Spring pad. Got it there. And ringtail honey largo. And there's the Gordo up there. Something up in those trees too. I have a feeling that that is something I can collect eventually. Alright, so yeah, this is a whole new area I haven't looked at before. Now see, this area looks a lot more interesting than some of the other ones we've had so far, so this is a little bit better. Over here. What's down there? What am I looking at? Look at places I've been. Okay. Okay. So that's all been interesting stuff. And I think we're back to the main area again here. What I need to do is find what I was looking for here. So this one is I think a ringtail. Or actually it's hunter, isn't it? So they want meat. But what I'm looking for, more importantly, is go up and get to this honey one again. Maybe, and then we can gain access to that. I think I have enough fruit now. He says, knowing there will never be enough fruit. Never, ever, ever for these slimes. Let's do that in this direction. That's kind of where we want to go. Can I open that thing up over here? I did, okay. Oh, here's the sand I need. Silky sand, of course my inventory is full. So that's not gonna help matters. It's just over here. Oh, here he is. All right. Grab that and access to this, which needs a phosphor port. Ooh, almost dropped all the way down. And this also needs just 2 phosphor ports. Interesting. Okay. Is that? I don't think that's a way out down there. I think that's going to be death if I fall down there. So let's not do that. All right. So those are phosphor ports. Those, and I want to get back to the portal here somehow. Should I go this way? Yeah, through the tunnel. Yeah, it's got to be through here. Which way now? That way. This way? No. I just went around in a giant circle here. Which way do I go? Not that way. This way? Yes. Just look around real fast though. See if I've missed anything. Oh, these phosphor guys. I can get them to give me some plorts, and I could just do that right now. Or you know, I could just stumble upon them. Sure. I mean, while we're here, although I'm like almost back to the back to where I need to be. All right, now where am I? Yep, turned around again. So how do I get over? Okay, I am going in the general direction. I just have to find that tunnel again. Gotta find the doors, but not the tunnel. So I know I came through here. So then what did I do? Not go that way. Oh wait, is this the... Right back... So I found my way back to start, which is where I was heading in the first place, and then... I gotta turn around. Man, I have such a hard time navigating this stuff. Like, I really, like... Part of me is like, yeah, you know, it's kind of cool that you kind of get lost. But the other part of me is like, I got stuff I want to do, and I can't find my way to do it. So there's a door... over there, okay. This is off on zone, so that's a hunter statue. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Oh, this is annoying because I was literally just in a cave and I was like, oh, I need 2 phosphor plorts, and now I got 2 phosphor plorts, and so we're back at that kind of breach thing there. See, I found myself back. How did I was up here, right? Because this is the 3 doors, right? Right, if I'm not mistaken. So how do I get myself back down here again? how I managed this. Managed to go the complete opposite way that I intended on going. It's not the first time I've done it either, which makes it even more frustrating. Rock statue? There's the silky sand too. That I originally came over here looking for. Now where the hell am I? How am I still going the wrong freaking way here? Yeah, this is all new stuff. All freaking new. Well, here's all the silky sand that I would ever need. So I guess I can leave a map marker there. Now, see, this kind of thing is very interesting. It's like taking them so long to get to like interesting things that look interesting. I should put a marker there to say that that's something. To come back to for the silky sand, but meantime, I need to get back to base here. Back down there. How do I get out of this place that I found myself in? Here we go. I'm back to the tear in reality there. So now, alright, so it's like this way. Not the way I don't think. I wonder if I can walk through that. I mean, it's gonna probably take me somewhere I don't want to be right now. What's this area? It's another area I haven't seen before? Question mark? Maybe? I don't know. Everything looks so similar that I can't tell the difference. Can't tell if I've been here before or not. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, I have been here. I remember getting over there. Okay, so we want to come back this way, perhaps? Yeah, there's the big statue. Well, sort of statue, not really. Where am I? Okay, I need to find my way over this way. Is this gonna work? Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, I know where I'm at, sort of, now. Just need to go this way. Maybe? Maybe? Possibly? Is that it down there? It should be close to that. Okay, this is where the puddle slimes are, right? Now, wasn't there maybe not a cave here. Okay. This was the honey slime that I did. Okay, yeah, so here's the phosphor quartz. There's one, and then there was another one down here, right? Yep. And that's the one that led out to the main area here. Okay, so let's see where this goes. We're opening up some... Yeah, we're opening up some shortcuts, which is nice to see. I think I can grab some silky sand after all this nonsense. It's pretty far away, isn't it? Yeah. There was some, I did see some back here. Back through the cave, but let me just look over here real fast. Yeah, there's nothing there. All right, and then over here, there's some right here. Just two, huh? Gonna be real stingy on me. But I mean, we did find that one area that I have marked off that has a crap ton of it. So there's that at least. And you know I put a yellow teleporter down somewhere in front of a Gordo, and I don't know where that is. Like it's like it's on my map over here, and I feel like I kept walking right by it without realizing it, without seeing it. Anyway. And this one door here was, I forget now. This one require hunter statue. Okay. So hunter plort, which we have back at the base at this point. Just have to bring one. Just have to bring one with me. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, we can come over here. There's actually a refinery link right here. Goes in there. We can make another pen, because we have tons of plorts to sell too. We can make another pen because I think these other ones can be outside, in the light, I mean. So that'll be good. Damn, this phone just ringing off the hook. Every time I come back here, they want to talk to me. Every friggin' time. Must be hell to be popular. I wouldn't know. Alright. So got that. These guys, fruit and meat. Let's give you some of these. There we go. And the Yoki slime, I'll throw you over here. The other guys. Oh, did we get another egg? We did, oh, we got a couple eggs. Nice. And some Yoki plorts. That's good. I wish to have that. Anything else in here? Nothing else? Alright. Oh, wait, there's one. Cool. Cool. Okay. What are we getting for Yoki plorts now? It's only like 39. That's kind of sucks. That's not very good. It's not very good at all. Oh, speaking of, let's feed our slimes here. They're all lined up, ready to eat, but I'm gonna put it in here. They're just gonna have to wait. These guys are probably, yeah, fruit and veggie. They're out of stuff. These guys are out of stuff too. So give you some pogo fruit there, and we'll go gather some stuff from our other area. And let's get a corral started here with some high walls and an air net. And I don't have enough for anything else. All right, now let's just put these guys in here for now. What they take? They have a diet of nectar, so that's going to be interesting because I don't have a way of feeding them it. So what I might want to do is, well, we're definitely going to want to cross them with something else. I mean, I could cross them with a pink slime, and then I could just feed them anything. But that seems kind of wasteful because I don't need pink stuff. So we'll just have to kind of let them be for now. Meat and fruit for these guys? Okay. There you go. Feeding time. Let's collect whatever plorts we can, and also more veggies. There we go. All right. So what do we got? What are you guys doing? Take all of that. There we go. All right. So you guys want fruit and meat. Did I give you? I gave you fruit there. Okay. These guys are veggie, right? And fruit. But okay, these guys are veggie here, so we'll give them water lettuce. And then I'll just give them a couple carrots and tide them over. Alright, and let's get some plorts out of here. Good stuff. Right, lots of stuff to sell. Let's see how much money we get out of this. I didn't say, yeah, there's one. It's like I thought I heard multiple go flying. I don't want those hanging around. Probably, if I were smart, I'd put up a water cannon just in case. But I are not smart. Are there any elders? No, they've been pretty darn healthy. Yeah, so I have that. So I guess I didn't cross a crystal slime yet, though, did I? I mean, I know where to find the crystal slimes, but none of these are crystal. These are rock, right? Yeah, they're rock, Largo, Tangle, Tab. Okay, so crystal seems like it would be the next thing. You know what? Let's feed these guys too, because I got some extra carrots. Yeah, crystal seems like it would be the next thing to take care of. And there we go. Yeah, getting bigger tanks and getting another inventory slot will be really useful. Trying to shoot carrots there. That plus the having more capacity here. Let's just make some money on these, and then the rest I can kind of put into storage for now. Let's do that. Let's take the rest of these out of here and just put them in storage in case we need them. I mean, we will need them eventually. 30 even, huh? Alright. That and 94. Holy crap. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, I'll do a lot of this selling off camera. It's not fun to watch, so. But these ringtail plorts will. Was that the ones I was gonna sell? Yeah, we'll sell those because I got 30 more over there. And then let's grab the other 30, and we'll put all those down in the storage. So we have them. Yeah, so I should grab some of the crystal plorts. And then that would probably change their diet to something that I can handle. Oh, I was gonna put these down in storage. Forgot. Alright, good. Got them settled. Now, a lot of upgrades I'm gonna want. Yeah, I got plenty of rock. Yeah, it's the silky sand I need on that. And that'll be really nice to have an extra tank at least. And then all these, so much stuff. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, the crystal slimes, where were they at? They were, yeah, here's the volcano. So they're over in Ember Valley here. Yeah, which is the one all the way at the end of the path. Okay. Yeah, because they were in the little liquid hot magma area. So can head over there real fast and see if I can grab at least one of them. I mean, I can grab a couple more, but 3 or 4 would be fine, and then it'll eventually work its way out. Alright. Up and at 'em. Right on through there. Where am I? We're going down here. And I think it's just pretty much straight ahead. And then go through a cave. Anyways, the key to this plan is a giant laser. It was invented by the noted Cambridge physicist Dr. Parsons. Therefore, we shall call it the Alan Parsons Project. Yeah. A very excellent Austin Powers reference there, Outlaw. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. That was Austin Powers 2, right? Because 3 was the Preparation H with the submarine that looked like him. So that must have been 2 then, where they did that one. Or was that number 1? It might have been 1 as well, or 2. Okay. Yeah. What do I got here? So where the hell am I? I want to go over this way, right? You think it was 1? Yeah, it might. Yeah, yeah. I was kind of going back and forth. Like, was it 1? Was it 2? Yeah. Because I remember that the third one was like, preparations A through G were all failures, so we've now settled on preparation H. Why don't you call it? Why don't you call it ass cream, you ass? I'm sorry. Did you want some ice cream? Yes, I would love some chocolate ass cream. Okay. Right. I think Preparation H feels good on the whole. Yes, I agree. Preparation H does feel good on the whole. Seth Green can sometimes really sell it. They don't make movies like that anymore. No, they really don't. Oh, there's a map piece. They really don't. I was kind of lamenting that the other day, where I was thinking about, like, I like to watch a lot of movie reaction videos on YouTube, because, I'm that kind of slob. But it's fun to watch, like, the youngins, as I'll call them, like, experiencing the movies that I grew up with so long ago, and just seeing what their reactions are and seeing how much of the movie they actually understand, right? Because a lot of times a lot of the jokes just go over their head because they don't have the context for it. Top Secret is a good one. I love watching people watch the movie Top Secret, because there's some things in there that, I mean, obviously they couldn't really make that movie today, but there's some things in there that will just go over their heads if they're not well versed in what's happening. That was a good one. And then obviously there's a couple parts of Airplane and Airplane 2 they won't get the references for. Sometimes a lot of them, I'm surprised, a lot of them do understand though. What was the other one that has a lot of kind of pop culture stuff that did not survive the great millennial switcheroo, the great millennial change from 20th to 21st century? I'm trying to think of some. When I left the ranch, when I left my home, I thought that somehow I would prove myself, that I would prove to my parents that my choice was the right one and they would forgive me for not continuing their legacy. That's not how it worked out. Before I started my journey, I heard that they had sold the ranch, and I just couldn't face them, so I left again without seeing them. I regret that choice every day. I wish I could have said goodbye. All right. Tabby Gordo, you want meat. And you are half embedded in the floor, too. Alright, so... Oh, look at all these. I've got batty slimes all over the place here. Oh, I was looking for crystal, that's right. And actually, there's some crystal here. So that works. These guys would stop eating the crystal. There you go, crystal slime. What do you eat? Veggies, that's perfect. That is just perfect. Oh, we got another Gordo over there. Yeah, these guys are going to town down here. There is crystal plort. I can make it work with... Oh, here we go. Yeah, this works. I don't actually need the crystal slime, though. I just wanted to grab it so I'd get the entry. Okay. I mean, 3 crystal plorts will do it. I was going to go to the lava area, but hell, if they're going to give it to me out here, that works too. I don't even know where the hell I'm at. Did I end up going to a brand new... Yeah, I apparently explored a brand new spot. And I didn't even mean to. I was trying to find my way back to the lava cave. But hey, that still works. And I'm hopefully finding my way back to the portal here. Maybe? Did I go the right way? I'm going to say no, I didn't. Nope, it's back this way. I was going the right way. After a fashion. There it is. Don't get me stuck now. Alright. Get back to the base. As we do. Put our crystal plorts to use, and then we can feed Brian. You know what? I might as well grab it while we're here. One thing I learned from the first game is just keep grabbing stuff as you go, because it takes forever for it to respawn if you don't. That's the boat? Okay. It looked like there was something else there. No, it was just the boat. Just the way the boat looks. Another new freaking message? Jeez Louise. Gotta get an unlisted number here. Alright, let's get over to this area. Put our crystal plorts to use. Maybe, eventually. There we go. There we go, nectar and veggie. There you go. Alright, so then... Excellent. Excellent. Alright, let's go put port collector in here, auto feeder, music box, why not? Let them chill for a little bit. Oh, I am full here. go. Alright, we got them almost going here. Get some food. Let's give them a couple more carrots. Feeder. And just wait for... There's a port. You know what? Let's just use the port collector. It's more efficient. There you go. Now you're all set. And I can grab some of the veggies out of here. Works. Make sure they're nice and fed. Oh, was that? I just threw the plorts back in there. That was not. It's a good thing it was the correct plorts I put in there and not the not bad ones. Gotta make sure I've got the right thing selected here. It's you would think it'd be easy to see what's selected, but sometimes all those things just kind of blend together. And I have trouble seeing which one I have selected. Meat and fruit. Oh, I need to get rid of some things. We need to clear our inventory out a bit. This is veggie. So we can put that over here. Hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to get out. You're supposed to stay in there. They're staging a prison break. That is unacceptable. Nice. Alright. Plortonomics. What was the achievement we just got? Okay. Let's grab this fruit here. Excellent. These guys are fed, right? So they should, yeah, they've got food in there, but let's give them some more. All right, and then these guys need meat and fruit. Let's give them some fruit, and then I'll collect the meat up and put it in the feeder. It's growing so fast here. I mean, that's good. Still growing fast. Nectar and veggie. I'll have to figure out what nectar is, because I have a feeling it's going to come into play later. Spawn there. Alright, up we go. Oh, I was going to give the... Well, no, you know what? Let's feed these guys in here. Because they are bouncing around hungry. Sorry, the other ones I kind of fed anyway, so they're fine. They're fine for now. Alright, good. You know what? I might as well put the rest in here. Don't have to worry about them for a while. And 1 and 1. Oh yeah, this is already full over here. Holy crap. It's got so much there. 30 and 41 here. Uh-oh. Can't leave that plort out there just in case they get loose. Let's sell what we got. There we go. Now we're making some Boku bucks. Probably want to open up another area as well. Some point here. But we'll get there. All right. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with some gas. But I have to stop there for tonight, my friends. I am trying to get earlier starts to the streams. We'll see how well that works out or not. But yeah, I am trying to get like at least sort of 8:30 Eastern. But really 8 o'clock or close to 8 o'clock if I can. And then that way it kind of gives me a little more time on the stream, and it also encourages me to get to bed earlier than 1 a.m. Potentially. We'll see how that works out, because as tired as I may be when I start to stream, by the time I'm done, I'm all juiced up. And it takes a while to get my brain to shut the hell up and let me go to sleep. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, my friends, that'll do it for Slime Rancher for this week. Monday and Tuesday have been kind of toss-up days where I kind of play whatever I'm feeling like. I think for the foreseeable future here, it's going to be Slime Rancher on Tuesdays, and Monday I think is going to be Motor Town for a little while. We'll see. But tomorrow night and Thursday is our main event. It's going to be Shadowrun Returns. Actually, Shadowrun Dragonfall. We finished Shadowrun Returns last week. It was rather good. And so we're going to be going into Shadowrun Dragonfall, which is the next installment of it. And then after that, we'll do Hong Kong. Yeah, it also means that I'll be trying to pull out my voices. We'll see how successful or not I am with that. So we're doing that, and then Friday night and Saturday night will be likely coding streams, and then Sunday most likely back in No Man's Sky finishing up Expedition 5. We'll see. See how I feel there. But next week, actually, yeah, I should have said this before. Next week is going to be is the Steam Next Fest. I just remembered. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing probably Next Fest demos most of the week next week. I just remembered that's next week. So, we'll see. It really depends on if I find some decent demos out there. I mean, so far I've seen a few early demos come out that were okay. There's also a couple games that I've been kind of playing on the side that are already like either in demo form or playtest form or something like that. So expect that next week. I think I'll probably be doing my next fest week stuff at least until Friday, and then see how it goes. But yeah, the normal schedule is going to be like Monday Motortown, Tuesday Slime Rancher, that kind of thing. Anyway, my friends, if you happen to run across this on the YouTubes and you have a like and or a subscribe that you can spare and maybe toss my way, that would be really awesome and swell. It helps out tremendously, and I appreciate it greatly. Otherwise, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you bye.
you, and how did you get in here?
I'm the locksmith. And I'm the locksmith.